Abby, Abby, help us. Come find us. I will show you the way.
Oh, no.
Well, that was a clip from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Joining us now to talk about the movies of the week, film critic Richard Crouse. Richard, I can't do horrors. Can you?
Well, I don't mind horror, but this isn't really particularly a horror film. It's
Okay.
not all that scary. It's based on a very popular video game series, and there was another movie, hence the 2 in the title here, that was a bit scarier than this one. This one starts off with a very strong premise, and then after a time, just evolves into a bunch of jump scares. There's a lot of fan service. People, wedge little things in from the video game here so that you can, if you're a fan of it, you get a little jolt out of that. But really, this will not scare you. It's called Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and I gave it 1.5 stars out of 5.
So it's terrible, is what you're saying. It doesn't get much lower than that. It's a word I don't like to use. Okay, well, I can use it. You don't have to. That's fine. Let's move to the next one. Maybe it's not so bad. Hamnet. It's a spin on the story of Shakespeare and his personal life. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, this is going to be nominated for a lot of Oscars, is what I'll tell you about this. So, called it Hamnet, it stars Paul Mescal as William Shakespeare. He meets Agnes Hathaway. Keep in mind, this is a fictional story. And she's played by the great Jessie Buckley. They fall in love. They have twins. Shakespeare goes off to London to work on his career as a playwright. And one of the children, Hamnet, dies of bubonic plague, sending Agnes into an abyss of sorrow. And this is where the movie really earns its stripes. It is Jessie Buckley, one of the best actresses of her generation, really digging in deep to playing a grieving mother. It is an extraordinary performance. It's a difficult watch, but it's an extraordinary performance. As we move on through the story, it's probably good that you know going in, they tell you this in the film in the first minute, that Hamnet and the name Hamlet were interchangeable in 16th century England. And so you can imagine the rest. I won't tell you any spoilers here, but it's a wonderful film, 4 out of 5 stars, and it's in theaters now.
Okay, but bring the Kleenex is what you're saying.
Bring a whole box of Kleenex.
Ooh. Okay, but when you say Oscar buzz, we're talking for Best Actor, we're talking about Best Movie, Best Picture?
Both.
Wow.
Best Actress, Best Picture.
Okay, so that's the holiday must-watch. Merrily We Roll Along is your next movie. This makes me think of Sondheim right away, who I love, but this is not about Sondheim. It's an adaptation of the musical, or take me where we're going here?
Yeah, well, so Merrily We Roll Along is a Sondheim musical, mounted first time in 1981. It was a tremendous flop then. They revamped it, played around with it for a few years and brought it back in 2023 with Daniel Radcliffe and Jonathan Groff and other great Broadway stars. And this is the performance that we're seeing here on screen, filmed on Broadway. So what you're seeing is sort of a hybrid of a live show and a movie. And it doesn't really feel like a live show, doesn't really feel like a movie either. It's somewhere in between. But what I loved about this is that it gives you a good sense, because it has close-ups and camera movement, of the performances in a way that you just would never get in the theater because you're too far away. So it's a very intimate look at this story, and I gave it 3.5 stars out of 5.
Okay, but does it work to take Broadway and put it on a screen? Because I like Broadway and real live theater to be live theater and screen to be screen. Does it work when you blend the two?
It does. This one did for me. I have seen others that haven't worked as well. But, to be able to see this performance and this particular staging of the show, which I was never able to do on Broadway, was a bit of a treat.
Okay, amazing. Okay, Hamnet is on my list for the holidays. Thank you for that, Richard. Lovely to see you as always. Have a lovely weekend.
Thank you. You
Film
too.
critic Richard Crouse.